Why did nobody want to tell me what's going on in these doctor offices? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have health insurance. My friends don't have health insurance. We're young. We're not paying $300-400 a month when we only need to go to the doctor like once a year for a physical. And that once a year payment is already crazy. But I didn't know they were doing this wicked stuff behind the scenes until my friend recently had to go to the doctor. So me and my friend Claire, we're very similar. We were both athletes in college. We're healthy. We typically don't ever get sick unless it's that like once a year in the winter, that strep throat runs us like $120 for a quick visit, okay? Whatever, better than paying the $400 a month. So we're at pickleball. We play like 2-3 times a week. We're having a good time. She tells me that she has a doctor's appointment coming up. I'm like, oh, okay, like, is everything good? She's like, yeah, no, it's just like a routine physical. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're playing pickleball, and this happens out the blue, but she rolls her ankle. So she rolls her ankle, it swells up immediately. So she has a swollen ankle. We sit out. I'm like, are you good? Like, you should probably go in for this, like maybe orthopedic, get it checked. She's like, oh, that's gonna cost me so much. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna ask them at my doctor's appointment because literally in a few days. I'm like, okay, cool. So at this point, she can barely walk. She's limping on one leg. Like, it's not looking too good at this point. I've had sprained ankles before because of basketball. It hurts real bad, and she won't even understand how bad it hurts until nighttime. That's the worst. So I'm like, okay, do you want me to drop you off at home? Like, clearly, I don't know if you can drive. Like, this is your right foot. You're not going to be able to put pressure on your pedal. She's like, yeah, like, honestly, I'm just going to call my boyfriend Trevor and see if he'll come get me. So I'm like, okay, cool. What are you gonna do with your car? She's like, I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. So she calls up her boyfriend, Trevor. And you know what? I've never been a big fan of Trevor, okay? But this was unnecessary of him. So she calls him and is like, hey, like, I just rolled my ankle. Like, can you come get me? I can't drive my car. Trevor acts like this is the biggest problem in the world for him. He's like, what? Like, you expect me to come there right now? Like, you know I'm at work. Like, you know I'm busy. I can't just come up and get you. Mind you, this man works from home. You can take a lunch break almost whenever you want for an hour. We're 15 minutes away from your house. So she's like, well, I just rolled my ankle. Like, I can't drive. Like, I don't know what you expect me to do. He doesn't care. He's making up all these excuses. She hangs up on him. So I'm like, girl, I'll just bring you home. Don't even worry about it. You and Trevor can just come get your car later, but let me bring you home. So I help her get in the car. I grab her stuff. I bring her to her boyfriend's house. I'm texting her that night. The next day, I'm like, girl, you got to do the rest, ice, something, and elevate. And she's like, yeah, I have been, but like, it looks so bad. I'm like, send me a picture. So she sends me a picture of her ankle. Why did it look like a Skittles commercial? I'm telling you, every single color of the rainbow. Yellow, black, purple, blue. Like, it was not looking right. I'm like, girl, did you break it? Like, that looks awful. She's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, can you put pressure on it? Like, what's going on? She's like, not really. Like, I'm still hobbling around. I'm like, okay, do you need anything? Like, I can bring you crutches. She's like, honestly, I hate to even ask this, but I would love it if you could bring me crutches and maybe some Advil and like some actual ice packs, because I've asked Trevor a million times to get these things for me and he hasn't. I'm like, okay, he's bogus. He needs to be done after today. But yeah, I'll bring you all of that. So I have crutches because, like I said, I was an athlete. I've been used those. So I bring those things to her house. And when I get there, I am stuck. Because how their apartment is set up is you walk in, it's the kitchen right there, and then you got a hallway. And in the hallway is, at the end is their bedroom, which that's where Claire is. But they got this one room they use as like a little workspace, and that's where Trevor is. And walking down the hallway, I see the most insane thing. I walk by, Trevor has these big headphones on, playing video games, screaming. I'm like, you're not helping Claire at all. You're just kind of doing your own thing. At this point, I want to go in there and scream at him, rip off his headphones, and shove the controller down his throat. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to help Claire out. So I go to the back room. She looks a mess. She looks like she's barely got up to change clothes. Like, her ankle is literally the size of a bowling ball. Again, literally a rainbow. So I'm talking to her. I give her crutches. I brought her food. I'm giving her all her stuff. And I ask her, I'm like, so when's your doctor's appointment again? She's like, oh, it's tomorrow. I'm like, okay, do you need a ride there? Because I doubt Trevor's helping you out. She's like, honestly, like, yeah, I don't even want to ask him because I don't want him to freak out on me. I'm I'm like, bro, you shouldn't even have to worry about that. But yeah, I'll pick you up and bring you to the doctor. She's like, yeah, I really shouldn't have to worry about that. But a main reason I'm like staying here with him is because he pays most of the rent. You know, I only make like $50,000 a year. I have crazy car payments. Like my student loans just hit. So this is really all I can do right now. I'm like, dang, maybe you should pick up a low-key side hustle or something. She's like, yeah, I would, but I get off work at 5 o'clock. By the time I'm done making dinner, it's 7. And then I got to go to bed at 9 because I wake up super early. Like, yeah, that is tough. So we finish talking. I go home. I come back the next day because I got to pick her up for her appointment. So I pick her up at 12. Her appointment's at 12:30. And this day really locked in my head how treacherous this whole little health industry really is. So we go to her appointment. Remember, it's a physical. It's her physical appointment. She's just asking about her ankle while she's there. So she goes in there. I'm telling you, this appointment was probably 20 minutes long. And she comes out. She tells me they listened to her lungs, ask how she was. That was it for the physical. Then they look at her ankle, tell her it's like a level 3 sprain. Like pretty much they gave her a wrap, told her she's just going to have to chill and ice it for probably like 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm like, okay, at least it's not broken, right? Then she says the most insane thing, which really isn't insane because I got to do it too. She tells me her physical charge was $450. I'm like, yo, that's insane. But I pay that too every time I have to go. And she's like, yeah, it just sucks because, you know, money is really tight with me right now. Like, this is a hard thing to pay. Weeks go by, and this I wasn't expecting because I ain't never heard of it in my life. Weeks go by. She calls me. We're catching up. I'm asking her about her ankle. Everything is cool. But she tells me she gets a random letter in the mail. I'm like, from who? Because who's writing letters nowadays? She's like, it's from my doctor. I'm like, okay, what'd they say? Like, did they mess up? Is your ankle actually broken? What's going on? She's like, no, they just charged me $230 because of my ankle. I'm like, what? She said she called the doctor's office. They said because she came in for a physical, but asked about her ankle, that it's an extra charge. I said, girl, didn't they just look at it? They didn't even do no MRI. They didn't do nothing. She's like, yeah. So I'm waiting for her to freak out on the phone because I already know money's tight. And this is now minus another $230. But she surprises me with what she says next. She's like, honestly, like, it is what it is. At least I got money to pay for it now. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, honestly, I was looking for little side hustles after we talked. And the only thing I could do that wouldn't take up a bunch of my time is this Pay Me app. I'm like, okay, what is it? How does it work? She's like, well, all you do is file claims against these companies. And once they settle, you get random payouts. So for the last couple weeks, I was getting like $150, $200 a week payouts. So I'm just going to use that to pay for my ankle. I'm like, yo, I did not even know that. I've heard of this app before, but didn't know it actually worked. She's like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, you should get it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I could honestly use the extra money. Who couldn't? So I get the app. And I don't see nothing the first couple of days. Nothing's going on. And then weeks later, I finally start getting these random payouts that she's talking about. And at this point, when I'm telling her, she's now making like $800 extra a month. So I'm like, I need to get on that level. So I call her and I tell her how well it's doing for me. And she's like, oh, I love that. That's awesome. Like, I'm still doing it too. And then all of a sudden she goes silent. I'm like, Claire, are you still there? She's like, Lala, I think I just saw like Trevor's shadow, like his feet walk up to the door. And he's listening and I don't want him to hear I'm making this extra money because then he'll know I'm going to leave him. As soon as she says that, all of a sudden I hear a whoosh of a door open and she hangs up the phone.